Ask ChatGPT to check your flight status or process a refund. It can't, because it is not connected to your tools, databases, or APIs. And that is the gap the entire AI industry is now trying to solve. We need a universal way for models to safely interact with the real world, to not just think but act. And that is where MCP, or Model Context Protocol, comes in. So let's get into what MCP is all about. Imagine you run a food delivery company like DoorDash or Uber Eats. Now you want to build an AI customer support agent that can do things like check customers' order status or refund an item, update the delivery address, or tell the customer when their food is arriving. A normal AI chatbot cannot do any of this. It only talks. It can't access your APIs, databases, or company documents. A large language models like GPT or Claude are great at conversation, but they don't actually know what is happening right now. They can't access your company's data, APIs, or databases by themselves. So, without a bridge, when you ask, "Where is my order?" a AI chatbot can only guess. That is where MCP comes in. So, MCP acts as a bridge between LLMs and external tools, databases, or APIs. MCP is an open standard that defines how AI models can talk to external tools, APIs, and databases safely and in a structured way. Think of MCP as the USB port for AI, a universal connector that lets your model plug into your company's systems. The core idea behind MCP is standardization. Every company builds its own APIs. Every AI model has its own way of calling them. This leads to a mess of custom connectors and one-off integrations. MCP solves this by defining a common language between models and tools. Instead of building one integration per AI, you build one MCP compatible interface, and any AI that understands MCP can use it. It's like USB for AI, plug and play, but for data and actions. MCP is a communication protocol, a set of rules for how language models and tools exchange information. It defines how an AI model requests an action or data, how the server validates and executes that request, and how results are structured and sent back. In other words, it is a contract between the AI and your system, describing exactly what each side can say and how they say it. Now let's go back to our food delivery app example. Let's say now a customer messages the AI assistant, "Where is my order?" and my order ID is 8473. Now here is what happens. AI detects the intent. It realizes it needs to check the live order status. It then sends a MCP request. MCP requests are structured JSON requests to the MCP server. Then MCP server calls your internal API with the order ID, and it gets the response from your internal server. MCP then sends the result back to the model. The AI then replies naturally, "Your order is being prepared and will arrive in about 18 minutes. So basically what's happening is user calls the AI, AI calls the MCP. MCP calls the external APIs. APIs sends the response to MCP. MCP in turn sends the response to AI, and AI in turn sends the response to users. So this is the complete flow when MCP is involved. The requests are structured, secured, and up to date. MCP is built around three main components: MCP client, MCP server, and tools and connectors. MCP client is your AI model or assistant like GPT or Claude. MCP server is the middle layer that handles requests, enforces permissions, and talks to your actual tools. So basically, MCP client talks to your MCP server, and MCP server in turn talks to your tools. Tools and connectors are your real systems, which is APIs, databases, file systems, or even IoT services. This layered design means the AI never touches your systems directly. The MCP server controls what it can do, what data can it access, and how can it access. MCP turns AI models from talkers into doers. Instead of just generating answers, they can fetch real-time data, trigger workflows, update systems, access company tools, all in a safe and standardized way. And because MCP is an open protocol, it is not tied to any single AI. You can connect it to Claude, GPT, or any LLM that supports MCP clients.